Big night is such a miracle in nature that I wrote about it in my farm book, Little Joe. It happens every spring when frogs and salamanders come out of hibernation and travel to vernal pools to mate. And they'll likely be doing that just a few hours from now in the vernal pool beside me. In my novel, Little Joe, 9-year-old Eli has been wanting to experience big night for years. Both his ma and his pa feel that he's too young. But his relationship with his grandfather is completely different. Eli visits Grandpa once a week, and on this particular evening, Grandpa says that it's time for big night. Eli is so excited he can barely contain it. And when they travel to vernal pools, he's amazed at what he sees. Let me read you what they experience. Before Eli and Grandpa got to the pond, Eli could already hear the high-pitched shrill of peeper frogs. "They're calling for a mate," Eli, Grandpa said. "That's what brings them to the pond." Once they'd made it to the clearing, Grandpa shone a flashlight over the water. "Go on now, get closer, Eli." Eli gazed into the pond and caught his breath. Salamanders covered the water, swimming forward and backwards and in circles. Some looked like they were hugging. Others chased each other in a game of hide and seek. 2 salamanders looped around. Eli caught a glimpse of their wrinkly white bellies before they broke the surface with their spotted faces, then swam away. "Look at the branches, Eli." Grandpa pointed to some sticks jutting out of the pool. Eli stared at the see-through blobs, slick as marbles, building on the branches. Right before his eyes, they grew thicker, like cotton candy, as if spun by invisible hands. Swirling thicker and thicker, the egg cluster sparkled until the brown of the branches could barely be seen. "Those'll be the tadpoles in a few months. Or Sally's. I can't tell from here," Grandpa said, squinting. "There's hundreds of them." Plop, plop, just like kernels popping, Eli heard frogs leap into the water while others called for a mate. The screeching sound pierced right through him. On any other day, Eli would have pressed his palms against his ears to drown out the noise, but tonight it sounded perfect. It didn't seem too loud at all. "Funny, ain't it?" Grandpa sat on a moss-lined stump and smiled. "How you don't hear a lick of a frog for 5 months. Then all of a sudden, one night, there they are, peeping like they've always been there." Grandpa pointed at a peeper clinging to a log. Trying to impress the females, he rolled his eyes as the peeper's throat puffed out to bursting. "From now on, Eli, you can keep your bedroom window open. You'll hear them calling." You can read more about Big Night in my farm book, Little Joe. It's about the day in the life of a 9-year-old farm boy named Eli Stegner as he takes a year to prepare his show calf for the fair. And in the process, he discovers where he fits into the cycle of life.